how hard it is to actually gamble in Vegas. Because we were talking about this at dinner, dude. Even if you beat,
and I'm like doing pretty well.
I am very.
But that kid makes me feel this big. He makes me
fuck poor people. They ain't shit. There it is.
Team, you're gonna find out some answers to the big questions. If I cheated or not.
You think it was rigged? No.
what do you say his name? They're gonna come for me. It's serious, you guys. It's serious.
YouTube's everywhere. It was like, don't say his name in a video. Don't say his name because if
I don't like backwards hat skateboarding motherfuckers getting a lot of money and being praised like they were geniuses.
Yo, you just actually had your most viewed video ever, right?
Yeah.
Is that true? The solitary confinement video?
Yeah, it just passed, but
for like 20K.
And I actually remember that vlog.
Yeah, and I was like, can't believe it. Damn.
Oh, hey guys, what's up?
Hey, you guys. It's Mel, aka Baby Girl. Listen. Oh, we'll do like Peterman, Mr. Sandman. How about that? Mr. Sandman, if you catch my drift, I can't say his name, you guys. I can't. If they hear me say his name, they're gonna come for me. It's serious, you guys. It's serious. All jokes aside. I can't say his name though.
don't say his name in a video. Don't say his name because if you say his name, they're going to demonetize.
And since I've been covering this since the very, very start, I really am so sickened to make this. It's awful. And there's more to come. But let me ask you something real quick. At what cost is fame to you? At what cost is it to be the best of the best on YouTube? At what cost are you willing to be called the best YouTuber ever? I'm sorry, but I was built with human decency, respect, love, and kindness to the point where it could be at a fault.
But you guys have exposed me in the past, and I thought I'd just show my true self.
So you really are evil Mr. Beast.
Oh, 100%. Oh, fuck poor people. They ain't shit.
Keep that in mind. Why is it that people watch a challenge video because you like watching someone get tortured? I don't have to have a camera on every good deed I do. Narcissists and sociopaths are charismatic people usually. And I know that narcissist is a word that's been overused nowadays, and he definitely fits the script. And sociopaths will do stuff like this, but they gotta put it on camera. And that would be the narcissist part, because they have to show it off, and they have to show everybody what a great person they are. But why? That's why he can do those videos without a tear shedding. Whereas like me or anybody with real feeling, we would get emotional. Narcissism makes him push out himself to the world to be seen and known that he's a good man, like I said. I am an empath. I have a lot of feeling for others. In fact, I get more love and good treatment by people that I don't even know on the internet. This young man did work for Mr. Beast 2019, 2020, and 2021. He worked for Mr. Beast as a writer at first, and then because he stood up for a person of color and he stood up for himself as far as wages go, he was let go. So was the person of color. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't ask for anything. He was just there because he just wanted to back his friend up who was trying to help him. It's just, when is it going to end? Poor young man that was put in solitary confinement. They were like, if you can last 30 days, then we'll have a video. Do you know that we're allowed to treat a terrorist as bad as Mr. Beast treated this young man? Did you know that, I know in our prison system, we still use solitary confinement as a punishment. Solitary confinement as a punishment that can very easily cause you to go insane, can very easily cause you to do things you would never do. Solitary confinement, the point where you're never ever the same again. And I don't like that it's even used in our prison system, let alone a YouTuber walking around his studios knowing he's got some dude laying there in a cage suffering. The industry got to him. They're making him do all this. No, he's just a sick individual. Do you think that Mr. Beast philanthropy okays every bad thing that he does? No, that's just good old Mr. Beast. Leave him be. Psychologically harm somebody you love. It's Mr. Beast. I love doing YouTube, but I don't have this desire so badly to be the top #1 YouTuber. Billboards, he bought billboards to plaster on there to subscribe to PewDiePie. Do you think he did that for PewDiePie? He did that because he knew that it would gain him clout enough to become one day the greatest YouTuber. Knows the algorithm. He knows how to figure it all out, how to be the top YouTuber, and he knew he could get there, but he does everything that he does with purpose. Narcissists and sociopaths always do. They have some underlining fucking reason why they do the shit that they do. They're helping you. They're not doing it out of the kindness of their heart. No. They're doing it for a reason. They're either going to gain clout from it, or they're going to get money from it, or they're going to... Whatever it is, its underlying reason is for themselves. They're actually very selfish people. But they like to look like heroes, and their personal image means a lot to them. So they don't want to screw that up enough to where they'll feed you any line of bullshit that you want to fucking hear in order to get you to do what they want you to do with their underlying reasoning. And you will always fulfill whatever task or whatever thing it may be, because they will make it seem like you can't turn it down, or you would be stupid to not do this, or they're gonna help you, or whatever it is. Look at all the titles of his videos and then listen to him throughout the video. God, you guys are trying to make him broke. And sometimes when things seem too good to be true, they're too good to be true.
Shut up!
We have to stop sitting there thinking that, well, he's a good guy. He would never do that to me. I mean, I have a YouTube channel, and I want nothing more than to become successful on YouTube. I'm not going to put others' lives on the line to become the top YouTuber or do anything like that. I have human decency. I don't want to hurt others. I gotta get my thoughts straight. I'm so upset right now. I believe that a lot of YouTubers are. You know why? Because YouTube plaster your face all over your YouTube channel, and it's you doing whatever, and then you gain subscribers. And then, well, I guess people consider them to be fans, whatever. So you have that, and that just boosts your ego over and over. And that's what a narcissist absolutely loves, the ego boosts.
Jake Weddle, everybody.
I'm Jake Weddle. Most people who, if you know me from Mr. Beast, I'm a deep cut. I'm in a few of the videos, sometimes maybe purposefully kept to the shadows a little bit. I'm in the cutting room floor a lot of the time. But I've been in some videos. I've worked on a lot of them. I was there from 2019 to 2020, 2021-ish when I came back and did some more. I was there when they were authentic, and then I saw the transition to what I feel like is a company. He's like a TV show now.
You know, I still stand by the claim that he's a sociopath. I really do. I really do. I think Dogpack is on point with the title of the last video, this one that we're watching. Although he did give that money to that homeless man, and he does give money to people, but when you think of it, how much is he making off of these videos? The $10,000, that was a business expense. Mr. Sandman is so wonderful, right? People that have to act that way and show themselves to be such wonderful people, and they have to re-emphasize it every single video and re-emphasize just how generous they are every single video.
I was a writer there on a TV show in the 90s, on a show that was a quarter as successful. I could retire today. But now I make dog shit pay, making gajillionaires more money. And I just walked into the writer's room, and that's one of the reasons why I left, was because I just walked in there and asked for not necessarily a gajillion dollars, but maybe a salary that was more proportional to the work I was doing, given how much revenue that work was doing. And then, you know, I talked about that, and I talked about the Writers Guild and how this is what Writers Guild industry standard is for the streaming internet content with ads. I thought that was the closest thing to YouTube, and I didn't even bring up residuals, because oh my god, if I got residuals for every video I worked on, boy howdy I could retire. But yeah, the other thing I talked about was there was another writer there, older comic, black guy, he had a kid, and I got paid more than him, and I thought that was wild because he was older than me, had a child, we're doing the exact same job, and well, I'm some 20-year-old fuckhead white guy, why am I getting paid more than him? I brought that up. And one of the things I didn't like about the way some of the B stuff shook out was I feel really guilty about the way this like shook out. Yeah, I was talking to this other writer, Mike, it's fucked up, you know, that's how the pay is, and I want you to get paid more, you know, because you deserve to get paid more. You know, I don't have a kid. And he didn't want to rock the boat. He desperately didn't want to rock the boat. He's just, I like my job. I like, you know, because when you grow up with, you know, nothing, not to say that he did, but I know I did, you know. You get a little something, you don't want to lose it. So he didn't want to rock the boat. But he said, hey man, if that's how you feel, you know, like if that's like, I trust you. He stood with me. He went to that meeting with me. And I said my piece, and he backed me up. I said, I need XYZ or I'm out of here. And they said, bet. And they gave me a severance check the next day. And they gave him a severance check the next day. And if I knew he was going to lose his job too, I wouldn't have done it. Me, I was over the moon. I was like, you're going to give me a check and I get to leave? You know, I don't get to deal with the yeah. How many Orbeez can I fit up my asshole every day? You know, and I get to go home and you're gonna pay me to leave. I was over the moon. And he was devastated. He did not want. I said he just wanted to be in the room, you know? And I really regret that. But, you know, me and him are really still tight. We're still good friends. Is he doing good? Yeah, he's doing good. He's a good guy. I love that guy. He's doing good. Yeah. He's very, very far removed from all this crazy shit, I guess.
Do you think Jimmy really enjoys doing good and helping people?
I think Jimmy wants to be the best YouTuber. I think he is laser focused on one goal.
How about this? Do I think that Jimmy really likes helping people and doing good for others? No. I think that it's always been to him about the numbers, about trying to become the best YouTuber. That's been, I mean, if you watch the documentary on him on YouTube here, that's one of the first things he says. He wanted to be the best YouTuber. He was obsessed over it. And that to me shows me that the entire time that's what he's been about, is becoming the top YouTuber. Do you think that what he did for PewDiePie was for PewDiePie? No, it was for himself. Like I said before, narcissists and sociopaths, even though, yes, I know that word is overused, but when it is being used correctly and it's for the right person, it's my opinion. I can have my opinion. And I don't know how someone can do that just for the title of the best YouTuber. Really? I don't think YouTube walked in one day and said, hey, you need to do videos that torture people, videos that this, that, and you need to hire more SA offenders, or you're going to lose your platform. I don't think that happened. I think Mr. Sandman is just already a sick individual who is now being found out. That's what I think.
And I think whatever he has to do to achieve that goal, he'll do. And I think it was the smartest decision for him that he calculated, because he's very good with numbers. If I donate to charity, people can't say I'm shitty. If I give this homeless guy 10K, what do you mean I'm a bad guy?
I'm a bad guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a bad guy. I give away money all the time. Watch my YouTube channel. Look at my philanthropy channel. So you're hearing it over and over and over. You're like, okay, why do you have to keep telling me that? And then it finally dawns on you one day. Oh, you have to keep telling me that to keep reassuring me so that I don't end up thinking you're a bad guy. Okay.
But I've always thought, if you're going to do something nice for somebody and you stick a camera in their face while you do it, that you didn't do a nice thing for somebody. You gained something. There was a homeless guy on the street and you saw an opportunity for yourself and your image, and you gave one guy $10,000 who needed it to eat, and now the revenue you generated from that video is way more than what you gave. I think when he's generous on camera, it's the least authentic thing in the world. I was told at one point that I was going to be like fourth banana, it was going to be Jimmy, Chris, Chandler, me, and then that never happened. I remember talking about that, like, hey, I thought my contract said XYZ, and then I got the severance checks. So there was one video I was in, I got paid a lot for it, but it didn't come out. It didn't come out because it didn't go well. There was a video that came out probably like a year ago, something like that. It got a lot of hot water when it came out. It was the like surviving like $10,000 every day you survive in solitary, or surviving solitary for whatever. It was like one of those solitary confinement videos that got a lot of media attention because everybody saw the premise and thought, what? You shouldn't do that. And people don't know that was the second attempt. The first attempt was on me, and it didn't go well. On paper, I was like, okay, I can do this, and they always cut me out of the videos. They always, and I was, editors have told me that it's because you have too much of a personality.
Go there with that amount of money, and you're making a pitch like this thing's going to be a walk in the park, and then you're thinking you're good to go. You're going to make all this money. You're making plans for it. And you think to yourself, it's not going to be that bad. It's a video for Mr. Beast. It's not going to be that bad. It's not going to be that bad. And then you start doing it, and it's horrible. And then you're being tortured, pretty much. Because that's what solitary is. It's like a torture. Mr. Sandman, not all there upstairs. That he thinks, is he the one that's thinking of this sick shit to do to people? What's it gonna be next? How far are people gonna let it go? And then that's another thing. You leaving the lights on?
If I have to do solitary confinement in order to do the things I want to do, then I will do that. That's fine. And they had just freshly painted the set. You could smell it, which that's probably not good. The smell of fresh paint in your surroundings for the next XYZ time. Yeah, there was a hot tub in it. Yeah, there was an ice cream machine. But when you think about stuff, a hot tub that's not connected to a filtration system, give it 3 days, it's gonna stink. The shower was always cold. The camera's 24/7 on me. It's like an ice cream machine has 2 modes. On, and off, reeking of smelly dairy, mildew. The little things started to build up. They weren't turning the lights off. I asked them, I said, can we have nighttime hours? And they said no, because it would fuck up the time-lapse shots. The time-lapse of what? Me sleeping? Or me not sleeping? Okay, I got no access to sun. I got no access to clock. I wasn't sleeping. I have insomnia problems now. They might have started there. I had good people looking out for me. I go up to my friend, my good friend. And I go, they're not turning the lights off. He goes, what? That's a war crime. We're not allowed to do that to terrorists. Oh, good. 24 hours breaking the Geneva Convention, I guess, is what we're doing. Jimmy would come in like every other day for like an hour. He'd come by, he'd get the shots, he'd leave. Sometimes he'd have a note from the director over the phone. That would really piss me off. This is the note I got from the director, from Jimmy, when I'm receiving some cash. He said, Jimmy said, can you say to the camera how thankful you are that now you can pay back your student loans?
Hey, will you say to the camera that now you can pay back your student loans for us, please? You know, we gotta... Jimmy's a hero, you know. We gotta make sure that we tell the people that. That's humiliating. That's awful. If he's not sitting up on a podium watching people fight, he's sitting there watching people beg for money.
You know how hard it was to do a take of that? I don't want to have student loans. I don't want to be in a cage. But Jimmy's the guy with the money, and if you do what he says, he'll do what you want. You want your student loans paid off? You just be in this cage. And you have power over people. When one person doesn't have resources and the other one does, and they hold it over your head, and you go, of course, yeah, I agreed to it. I needed it, of course. But we were filming a video, so I was trying my best to be funny. You know, I'm a dark comic. You know, I got bits about. I had a very traumatic life. My dad is in jail for sexual assault of a minor, you know, so this kind of stuff is very near and dear to my heart. You know, I don't fuck around with this shit. Yeah, I have jokes about that in my act. You know, I joke about it because, that's what you do in a traumatic experience. You know, abusive relationships. I get out of it, the first thing I do is I do a type file about it. But we're filming, so I'm doing bits. I'm talking to the camera. And I'm being, like, hey, it's been a couple days, I'm not doing so hot, which if I'm filming a video, that's what I should be doing for the camera, but it was too real. If they're faking videos, why couldn't we fake this one? How come we couldn't turn the lights off? How come we couldn't maybe not have some time-lapse footage for 10 seconds?
Did you try to get out?
Yes! I was starting to calculate, I don't know if I could do 30. How much how can I manage to get out of here sooner?
An extraordinary look at solitary confinement.
Try to be normal again. And conduct yourself like a human being when they treat you like an animal.
Prison systems around the country are beginning to see that solitary confinement creates many more problems than it solves.
To mitigate risk, you need treatment and programming. Individuals can't be locked down. They've got to be interacting.
I put my YouTube on with the whiteboard they gave me. And I was like, all right, yeah, go ahead and scrub that. Hey, we can torture him. Don't you dare let him get a plug in there, I'm the boy in the cage, whatever. Look, I'll play into a joke, whatever, it's fine. It's just something weird about when Jimmy jokes. I have jokes about my dad because I love jokes from my dad. I'll joke about my dad all the time. That guy's a piece of shit. I hate my dad. I have friends that make fun of my dad. That's fine, because I know their intent. I know where they're coming from. When Jimmy joked with my dad, and I sometimes seem weird, I don't like it. We're doing that, one of those hide and seek videos. So I got caught. You got a place where you get caught. He says to me, all right, you're going to jail, like your dad. It's a joke. And Jimmy just wasn't my friend. He was my boss. I'm locked in a cage at his whim. I have to do things to get the cash I need to live. Was unwell. I had editors coming up to me saying, you good, bud? You're clearly unwell. Because the footage you're sending in is haunting. Because I'm trying to be funny, but I am mentally decaying. So someone said there is a horror cut. Who's watching this? Like who wants to see this? And he wakes me up and he goes, ask me why I have 2 briefcases. And I'm like, why do you have 2 briefcases? And he goes, oh, because this one's for today, you know, and this one's for the challenge. And I go, what's the challenge today? You're gonna do the 22.6K, whatever it is, and you're gonna do it on that treadmill over there.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The first challenge I did was a Rubik's Cube, and I'm dyslexic, I'm dumb, I don't know how to do a Rubik's Cube. So your first challenge, Rubik's Cube. I was like, oh, I don't want to do it. I was like, on camera, I don't want to do it. He goes, just do it for the thing, like, kid, you know? Like, there was an element of, oh, Jake will do what we want because he's in-house. You know, that's one of the reasons why they got me. Jake's, he's an inside guy, so he'll do whatever. We can push him a little extra hard because we know he's good. I couldn't say no to the treadmill thing. Yeah. So I people who run marathons train forever. It's still hard. Again, writer. Do I look like I run? I don't run, you know? Let alone a marathon, let alone that training for it. So, I was in a sunlightless...
Did you try to say no? Like, did you have a choice, or?
Based on the Rubik's Cube thing and based on all the other stuff, like, there was so much pressure to just do it, just do the thing, you know? If I refuse, it's just, oh, that's the whole video. I guess the budget's, you know, so much money up in flames.
Put all his friends in there. Make him feel like shit for not finishing the video. In fact, say some shitty things so that he feels real bad. Like, oh, I gotta throw away all this footage and I wasted all this time being here anymore. Thanks a lot. That's probably what he got out of it. It's so fucking disturbing. And yet people like me still want to be a part of YouTube, and just because I want to have fun with it, just because I want to build a community, because I don't have a family.
Because Jake said he wouldn't want to do the thing. And so I wanted to be a good sport, and I wanted to get the boost, and I wanted the cash, and so I started running at 12. Yeah, I was able to take some breaks, and how long do I have? He goes, until I get back.
2,000 years later.
Yeah, I'm running until 3 a.m. I got off the treadmill. Oh, the blisters I had on my feet were like, you wouldn't believe, just all over, just these big red. I couldn't walk. My muscles were like just the lactic acid. I got off the treadmill, and then the people that came in to like ice my feet, you know, make sure I was good. Then that's when I was like, I'm done. I can't. I'm done. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I get the psych in, and I talk to the psych about how I'm not well. Like I said, there was a lot of good people over there that was saying, you gotta pull him out. Yeah, I had friends that did some freelance work, and they would tell me, they'd be like, yeah, everyone knows you over there, everybody loves you. They go, oh, Jake, well, I don't love that guy. Shame what happened to him. And I asked him, I said, how much longer are you guys gonna keep me in here? He goes, realistically, like at least 7 more days?
I mean, I am just done at this point. I don't need to hear anymore, but I know I will because there is a video 3 coming out by Dogpack. He said that in the beginning, and I'm excited to see what that one's going to have in store. It has to come out, and more is going to keep coming out like a leaky freaking butthole.
Oh, yucky.
It's just baffling to me. It's up to you guys out there that are watching his videos to stop him from doing what he's doing by not watching his videos anymore. So as a society, we have the ball in our court to end people like this. When is it going to come time for people to actually make the right choice? I don't know. With that being said, thank you for coming to my channel and watching this video. You obviously wanted to see what it was about for good reason, I hope. I hope you come back. I usually do spooky videos, but I have to speak on this because it's very important to me. Being somebody like I am that cares so much for others, to have someone out there doing this kind of a thing, and there's many more out there that do every single day, that make real good people, still not to be trusted and, you know, looked down upon. But I don't do it for any kind of personal gain. I do it because it's what I feel, not only that is right, but also what my heart feels. Truly, being a good person means you're a good person, with people around or without them around. People like Mr. Beast got to keep pushing off how great they are to people, because they know when they go behind closed doors, they're shitty. Oh, anyways, I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you for watching. I love you. Go watch Dogpack's second video if you haven't already. It's great. I just pray for you, Mr. Beast.